Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and thanks for joining me on my last watch review of the year. And this happens to be my watch of the year review, so I hope you enjoy it. I'm going to take a break after the holidays, enjoy Christmas, enjoy New Year's, and I will be back in the new year. So I hope you enjoy this one. Today we have the Oris Aquis Calibre 400. Yes, the very famous Calibre 400. I'm not going to read you this model number because it would take forever. Now guys, this has a 120-hour power reserve, and that's why I'm making it my watch of the year. It's not perfect, but man, this is a fantastic, fantastic watch. Let's check this thing out. All right, guys, let's go ahead and check this thing out. But first, I want to thank Topper Jewelers for loaning me this beautiful review unit. I have never had a bad experience with Topper. They're a fantastic bunch of people to deal with. Great selection, great prices, super fast shipping. I cannot stress enough how fast they get these watches out to you. Make sure you talk to Kit over at Topper Jewelers. She will definitely hook you up. Again, make sure you talk to Kit. Anyway, guys, typical super nice Oris packaging. Now this is how a watch, I think at almost any price point, should be packaged. I love Oris packaging, man. It's so precise, it's so well made. I just love it. I've always loved their packaging. There you go. You get your Calibre 400 manual right there. Let me open this up here. Some pictures of the watch. You can also get this obviously on a rubber strap if you want, save you a couple $100. Here is the box. Here is the very nice manual down here. Let me show you what's in this thing real quick. Man, the paper that this is printed on, good grief, look at that. All right, open this up. This is for all your warranty cards and stuff like that. There's your product manual. International service centers. Let's go ahead and open this up just a little bit here. Basically tells you all about the watch, the settings. I mean, anything you could ever need to know about this watch, it tells you in here. Kind of boring actually, but it's good to know that it's there. Your different service centers around the world. There you go. Let's go ahead and close this up. Really nice little booklet, by the way. Let me put all this stuff back together nicely here. Now, as y'all have probably heard, this watch has one flaw, and it's a pretty big deal, and I am fully aware of it. I'm going to show you, what's wrong with the watch. It's the jumping minute hand when you pull the crown out, but I'm still making this my watch of the year simply because to make a 5-day or, 120-hour power reserve is a huge technical achievement. This is going to change the game. Hopefully they're going to be able to fix this jumping minute hand. But again, I don't care. I mean, it's not that big of a deal. When you're spending this, type of money for a watch, I would expect that the minute hand never jumps. But I'm sure this is something they can actually fix in future models, because this is the first one that the Calibre 400 is going to come in, is this Aquis. There'll be multiple different models down the road that Oris will be putting this caliber in. This just happened to be the first one, and I know they're going to fix this, so it's not that big a deal. And it's a pretty simple fix. I've seen a couple different fixes online about how to take care of that jumping minute hand, but I'll show you the one that I have seen that actually works pretty well. All right, so let's get all this stuff out of the way. Let's get the watch out of here. On a nice watch pillow, pretty cool. You've got the 10-year warranty tag, fantastic. This also has a 10-year service interval, by the way. So let's get this stuff out of the way. Let's talk about this watch. I was super excited that I was going to be able to get my hands on one of these. And I think y'all are going to like it. I really do. Now, so far as the Aquis line goes, this looks pretty much like any other Aquis that you would see out there, except for it has the killer Calibre 400 movement. And what I'll do as usual, I'll go ahead and tell you all the 7 specs you need to know, and then I'll put the rest of those other specs down there in the description field for you. Get all this out of the way. Let's bring the watch into view here. All right, man, good looking watch. That dial, look at that dial. Look at the shine and shimmer on that, that dial right there. Really, really nice. All right, so you're looking at a 43.5mm case, not a small watch, not a huge watch by any means, but not a small watch. It's 13.5mm thick. It's 50mm lug to lug. It comes on a 24mm stainless steel bracelet with a dive extension. It's water resistant to 300 meters, which is 990 feet. Again, it's now got the soon to be very famous caliber 400 movement with approximately 120 hours or 5 days of power reserve. You've got a domed sapphire crystal with AR coating. And again, check everything else down there in the description field. You've got a sapphire crystal, you've got Superluminova BGW9, you have got a ceramic bezel. It's got a whole bunch of, really good specs that honestly at this price point you would expect from a watch like this. Let's look at the bezel. Really nice ceramic bezel. Excellent click action. Very little, if no play at all. Really nice click action on this watch. Very precise. Of course, lines up perfectly. All of the indexes are applied. They have like a little slope to them. They look like a, if you've ever been to like a water country or a Busch Gardens, these indexes look like little flumes, like little water flumes. Like they have a little channel and the water would fly right down there. And at the end of each index is like a little beveled edge that goes down. Really nice indexes. Oris, real simple Oris logo up there at 12 o'clock. Of course, you've got the Aquis designation over there at 6 o'clock. What does that say? Pressure resistant, 30 atmospheres or 300 meters, which is of course 990 feet. And then you have the very important designation that says 5 days. Is this a little tiny bit wordy at the bottom? It might be just a little bit. That's, personal opinion. And of course you have the date window down there at 6 o'clock. You got a little lollipop on the second hand. Of course you have loomed hour and minute hands. And of course all the markers are loomed as well. Let's go ahead and check out the case. On the case, you've got some really nice pronounced crown guards over here at 3 o'clock. You've got a signed crown right there. Looks like mostly brushing on the case. As you can see, like the coin edge or kind of like scalloped edges on the bezel are highly polished, but most of the case itself is brushed. Very nice bracelet. This also features that quick release. So if you want to swap this out for a the rubber strap, you can do that. Let's go ahead and open this thing up here. Actually, I had the dive extension already deployed. Let me go ahead and click that back in. Anyway, there's a dive extension. To pop it out, you just pop right there. There you go. It gives you, what, about an inch? I'm guessing about an inch. Go ahead and put it back in. Here's the famous caliber 400 movement. Of course, you've got a skeleton case back, so you can see through that. That's actually sapphire as well. That crystal is sapphire. And if you look, Oris's mascot is a bear. And if you look on their website, you'll see that the Calibre, get it? Calibre 400 looks like a bear. See right there? See that little bear face right there? Pretty cool, man. Pretty cool. Fantastic watch. Now, the jumping minute hand is going to be a bone of contention for a lot of people, and I totally understand that. When you're spending, $3,500 for a watch, you want it to be perfect, and I totally understand that. So let me demonstrate. Let me see if I can make it do it, okay? I'm going to go ahead and unscrew the crown. Very nice crown action, by the way. You might have even heard that crown pop. So there it is right there. It's at the unscrewed position. First position, of course, is your date down there at 6. Second position is when the minute hand is going to pop out. If it's going to do it, it's going to do it right now. Let me see. Yep, there you go. It actually popped back a couple minutes to what, about 40? And if you push it back in, it won't do it. But now if I set the time, say I want to set the time to an even 7 o'clock. If I set the time to 7 and I push it back in, let's see if it does it. Yep, it did it just a little bit. But I've seen a couple of other reviewers note that if you advance the hand about 5 or 10 minutes, let's just advance it to like 10 after, then roll it back to exactly 7 and push it in. Let's see what happens. Nothing. And let me try this a few times just to make sure. Say I want to set it, you see it just popped again. The min hand just popped back. Let's just say I want to set it to a quarter after. So I'll advance it, let's just say 5 minutes. Then I'll roll it back to quarter after, push the crown in. Nothing. That's awesome. Yeah, it's a workaround, but it shouldn't need to be a workaround. This watch should not do this. Now, I know Oris is going to address this with future models that they put this caliber in, because people are just not going to accept this. I mean, some of them might. I mean, y'all might not care, but it's all over the watch forums. It's all over different watch reviews about this jumping minute hand. And guys, again, for a $3,500 watch, it should not do this. Let me try it one more time. Let's go ahead and pop it out. Let's see if it pops again. Yep, it popped back again in a couple minutes. Let's set it, let's just say, set it to 8 o'clock. Push it back in. Yep, now it jumped forward about a minute. So say we want to set it to 8 o'clock. I'll advance the minute hand to 5. Then I'll roll it back. Do that again here. And I know it has something to do with the gears lining up. Yep, there you go. But again, $3,500, you should not have this issue. You shouldn't have to worry about this. You know, tons and tons of other watches don't have this issue that are in this price range that are Swiss made. So Oris definitely needs to correct this and fix this issue. Other than that, I'm still making it my watch of the year simply because the technical achievement of making a 5-day power reserve, it's fantastic. It's unprecedented, and this is going to change the game when it comes to automatic self-wind movements. I think that's fantastic. I mean, most of the time, I think on some of the Seiko Sumos, which are obviously the lower price range, I think you can get like a 70-hour power reserve, but we're talking, another 3 or 4 days. So good job, Oris. Fantastic. Fix this jumping minute hand when you're, adjusting the time. It's very frustrating. It's an easy, it's an easy fix. It's a quick fix, but you shouldn't have to do it. All right, so let's go ahead and screw the crown back in. Very nice crown action. Really nice. And just take a look at the rest of the watch. Tell me what you think. Very solid links right there. Again, mostly polished on the outside. Very nice buckle and clasp. There you go. Of course, it's a scissor clasp. There you go. And I love the fact that this watch has a 10-year warranty. That's fantastic as well. That's another reason why I gave it my watch of the year. I mean, a 10-year warranty. That's awesome. All right, let's go ahead and try this thing on. Now, I really want to know y'all's thoughts on the jumping minute hand. Is it something you're willing to put up with? Is it something you want to wait for Oris to fix and then buy another model with the Calibre 400 in it down the road? Wow, this watch has a lot of presence. And look at that sunburst dial. Good grief. Watch has a ton of presence on the wrist. Yeah, I mean, it's 43.5 millimeters, but it doesn't feel that big. All right, let's give you a Lume shot. And again, tell me what you think. I mean, is that Calibre 400? Is that jumping minute hand? Is that something y'all can live with? I'm really, really curious. Let's go ahead and test out this BGW9 Lume here. Now the Lume, I was a little bit disappointed on. It's not the brightest, but it definitely gets the job done. Pretty good. Of course, I compare everything to Seiko Lume, as a lot of people do. But there you go. All right. I'm trying to think of anything else I want to tell you about this watch, guys. I think it's still, for the caliber that you're getting, I mean, a normal Oris Aquis is about $2,000. You are spending a lot more money for this caliber for sure. Is it worth a premium? That's going to be up to you. But I like the watch a lot. I really, really do. It's a good looking watch, man. I cannot wait to see what other models they put this Calibre 400 in, and if they fix this jumping minute hands issue. If they can fix this jumping minute hands issue, Oris is going to have a runaway success, and they probably already do, because a lot of people out there are not like me. They're not that picky. They're not going to care about the jumping minute hand, but then again, there are probably a lot that do. So let me know, which side of the fence you fall on when it comes to that, because I am very, very curious. Guys, what I'll do is I'll make sure to put a link so you can pick this up from Topper Jewelers for $3,500. Again, I don't make a dime if you buy anything from Topper, not 1 cent. But when you do buy a watch, whether it be a G-Shock or an Oris or a Breitling or whatever, make sure you speak with Kit. She will definitely hook you up and you will not regret it. Make sure you talk to Kit. And a lot of Seiko watches with Topper, you have to call them to buy the watch. And there are quite a few watches that are like that. You've got to call them. So make sure you speak with Kit. If you want to get this from Topper, you will not regret it. Again, guys, I'm going to go ahead and take a break after Christmas and bring in the new year. I'll be back probably, I don't know, first week in January of 2021. And guys, that's been about it. Again, this has been the Oris Calibre 400 5-day or 120-hour power reserve. I really, really want to know your thoughts. I hope everybody has a safe and happy Christmas. Be safe on New Year's. Watch yourselves. It's crazy out there right now. But be safe, and I'll see you in 2021. Take care. Bye-bye.